Hello everyone. Who I have with me today is more a friend than a mentee, whose success feels very personal to me. So, welcome, Shakti. Happy to
Thank you
have you
so
here.
much. Thank you so much. And it's great pleasure to connect with you anytime and always.
How has the journey been then since then?
To be honest, initially it started from being a total surreal feeling. विश्वास नहीं हो रहा था कि ऐसा हो चुका है, but now since it's already time, like have passed 4 5 months, 3 4 months, जो भी, so now it is sinking in and look at this journey, it's totally different. Our target is only to get into the PDF. But once you're over, once you've crossed that line, then you start realizing it's such a big responsibility to have. And now I think more than that excitement, all of that, a more composure or gravity in personality, something that starts settling down when you start analyzing what all are the roles that the service has chosen you for.
Great, great, great. Coming to your journey of 5 attempts, I was grateful enough to witness a little glimpse of it towards the end. But before that, walk us through the journey of 5 attempts and all the ups and downs that you went through until the final glory came.
Talk about myself, I think now it is known that it was my fifth attempt. But initially, the biggest mistake that I did when I started way back in 2018 was that without even understanding the exam, without even understanding basic things like what is the role of optional, what is the role of CSAT, I just jumped into the exam. I gave my first attempt in 2019 with zero preparation, to be very honest. And that is what I would like to emphasize through this medium is that the first attempt is the one that I think should be the one in which you have given your all. Your optional is done, your GS is done. Because until you're not prepared, you'll never be able to analyze what are the mistakes that we make. So initially that happened. First attempt ऐसे ही दिया, went, prelims नहीं हुआ. Second attempt में अब क्या हो गया कि that becomes, I can say that becomes an issue. क्योंकि अब आप सिर्फ prelims पे ही focus करके then you are studying. So my entire second attempt was focused towards just clearing the prelims. I failed badly then also. I ignored my previous year questions. I kept, I think, multiple books for every subject. So these were certain things that made me realize that I am not going the right way. And this is one of the reasons why I took a break then in 2021. And then I got things right. I decided my optional. That is, I initially started with anthropology. I moved towards PSR. And apart from that, I basically joined a test series for mains so that if you know those small subjects like even internal security, agriculture, that we tend to ignore initially during our prelims preparation, I needed
Right.
to have command on that as well. So then I joined a test series and all of that and got into that preparation. And by God's grace, I could clear my first prelims in the fourth attempt after all of that. But as the luck would have it, I couldn't make it to the final list. And by 12 months, then is when I understood that since mains mark sheets were out, I knew I had a good score in GS. It was the optional where I was lagging. And then I realized that why it is very important to have your optional well prepared before writing the prelims. Because prelims or mains ke beech ka gap is so less now, you would never be able to consolidate all of that. And तो ये एक issue हुआ that I resolved this year, and thankfully I could, by God's grace, I would say, because I personally know people who have worked who are as hardworking as I was, or they are literally more than that. But not everybody is could manage to get through the list. So finally, by God's grace, it was my fifth attempt and could make it.
Looking at your mark sheets as well, like in 2023, right, you
Uh-huh.
had just a final total of 941, if I'm correct.
Yes, yes.
Right. So even then, that tells that mains was your sort of the forte. You struggled with prelims, but once you got a hang of that, mains was your forte. You knew
Yeah.
what to do specifically in mains. So can you walk us through GS wise? Can you walk us through what was that differentiating factor in your mains strategy?
Like the first attempt in 2023 when I wrote my first mains. That year, I focused more on knowledge. To be very like clear about it, that year I did not focus much on structuring of my answer, on beautification of answers, and by beautification I means those additional things that we do like adding data, facts, figures, diagrams, maps, all of that. मेरा target in 2023 was two things. पहला कि I need to complete the paper. कुछ क्वेश्चन स्किप नहीं होना चाहिए एंड दूसरा वाज दैट व्हाटएवर इज आस्क्ड वो मैं अटेम्प्ट करके चले जाऊं. So I believe right now also my answers were very like knowledge enriched, but maybe they were lacking in structure somewhere. Or maybe that thing that we call that extra thing that should be there, कुछ extra जो आपने एग्जामिनर को दिया हो for that वो मिस कर रहा था. But still when I managed like a good score, I realized that knowledge is okay. time management भी ठीक है, तो इस year let me go for like improvisation. So that's when during the mentoring sessions that we had, I used to take those feedbacks and inculcate making my answers look good. If I tried moving GS paper wise, GS1 if I talk, it is I think one of the most static paper. Like history है, geography है, ज्यादा improvisation का scope है नहीं. But here also I tried maintaining one thing कि जितना आप current introduction दे सकते हो in any like topic, be it as static as cholas, if there also you can bring in some current perspective as an intro or something from the past, like Sangam pe agar literature pe question hai, and if you're mentioning Thirukullar that has been gifted by PM to some foreign dignitaries, that would give you an extra edge. तो ये चीज मैंने मेंटेन करी फॉर जीएस पेपर 1. GS2 में आई डोंट थिंक आई हैड मच इश्यूज बिकॉज PSIR वाज माय ऑप्शनल, तो मोस्टली थिंग्स वेंट अराउंड दैट, वैल्यू एनरिच्ड था. जो गवर्नेंस और सोशल इश्यूज का पार्ट था, फॉर दैट आई बेसिकली ट्राइड structuring my answers around the current happenings, current examples, data and facts, initiatives from the economic survey, budget and all.
So, coming to GS paper 4, of course, I think you had a phenomenal 141 this year
Yes.
in ethics, and it was
Yeah.
the highest of the year. And last year as well, when we started with the mentorship, you had 126 already. So I remember having this conversation that, if you're starting with a mark of 126, your target should not be 130. It should stop at 140 and beyond,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
Yeah.
of course, how did you manage to score 141 in ethics? What were the differentiating things that you think made that mark happen?
I think in mains one biggest thing is to defend the score that you already had last year, क्योंकि वो तो एक और डर लग रहा होता है कि पता 126 से और कम ना हो जाए. First thing, जो I had a fear, and that's why I wanted to have a good score in two subjects, and that was GS and in GS4 and in essay, because they say that these two paper are the one that decide your rank.
Right.
So I had given enough input to it. Last year when I gave 126 was solely based on knowledge. If I say कि हर question में जो भी ethics में पूछा था, I had to write a value enriched answer. That is what I maintain. Last year also I maintained that list of keywords so as to make sure that I'm not repeating more of the keywords or those ethical dilemmas again and again. But last year I faced issues in two types of questions, if I would say. First was my code-based questions, जिसमें I think I went in that essay approach. और जब आप essay approach में कोई answer लिख रहे होते हो ना, that goes one dimensional only. Because we just have 2 pages to write. अब बहुत multiple dimensions I couldn't inculcate. Answer used to be one dimension. One issue was that. Second, I remember talking to you, and you said your copy looks like a PSIR copy because you have literally inculcated all the thinkers and all of that. And then you told me that don't specifically mention their philosophy, rather use their don't mention the political philosophy or theory, just mention the term that you're trying to imply on. So ये दो तीन चीजें मैंने inculcate करी. Code based में it helped me to manage my time also. Why? Because आपने मुझे कहा first thing you need to do is identify the underlying value. और जब आप किसी भी कोड का अंडरलाइन वैल्यू आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हो, देन द टेम्पलेट इज सेम, यू नीड टू just go to common templates. So this saved my time as well. बहुत ज्यादा you don't have to go for brainstorming. तो ये चीज मैंने इस बार करी, जिसकी वजह से answer was more structured. It saved time, and I think it gave me more time to think better for my case studies. क्योंकि case study में ज्यादा time लगता है. You need to have that. So I think these are certain changes that I incorporated.
Right. One thing that I also like to add here is you're like the perfect student a mentor wishes for, because whatever we used to discuss, say if we discuss that, okay, Shakti, next discussion that we have, you need to incorporate more code-based introductions, or say for that matter, more recent current examples that we used to discuss, that, inculcate more from whatever is happening in contemporary times, and say with regards to climate change, with regards to in the international relations वाले level पे
Relations,
जो
yeah.
भी हो रहा है, उसके examples से link करो अपने codes को, because they outrightly ask you to sort of inculcate the current
Examples,
examples into it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people fail to do that, and you were somebody, if I had discussed that in one session, the proper notes had been taken, and in the next copy, I think I was super impressed by the way you were going, and the final copy, I think that I saw of yours, I was like, don't write a lot more, because I won't have a lot more inputs to give after this, right? So that is something that I was super proud of.
To be honest, I'll tell you, see, we write test, we undergo mentoring a lot. Like जब हम टेस्ट लिखते हैं, mentoring होती है. लेकिन the input अगर आपको ऐसा मिल रहा है जिसमें आपको लग रहा है that's not going to add value to my answer, we actually ignore that. And you have also been an aspirant, and we know that. But the inputs that was coming from you were so practical, and also because you have had a good score of 138, 139, तो वो वैसे ही रहता है ना. That was also coming such inputs जो मुझे लग रहा था कि that would really stand out. एंड आई माई सेल्फ, जैसे आप तो मेंटरिंग के लिए यू वर देयर, बट जो कॉपीज चेक होके आती थी ना, उसमें आई यूज्ड टू सी कंसिस्टेंट राइज इन माय स्कोर. लाइक इन फर्स्ट essay ethics they gave me 100 something, in second it went to 110, and third in last which you are talking about, in that they gave me 120 itself, and they
Right.
told it's one of the like good score or nice copy, you'll do great in your exams. तो ये भी एक चीज आई कि मुझे इंप्रूवमेंट दिख रहा था स्कोर में, और मुझे इंप्रूवमेंट दिख रहा था खुद के कॉन्फिडेंस में. So I maintained those lists, and also you shared a PDF with me जिसमें there were list of those shlokas and those keywords and terms, and that also I added on more in that and like revised it before my exam as I went for writing that ethics paper.
Right. This was about part A. What did you do? So, case studies is something that everybody fails to, sort of find the nicks and knacks to how to improvise and how to stand out in case
Yeah.
studies, because there's only limited means to do that.
Hmm.
So, what did you
Yeah.
do differently to stand out in case studies and score marks there?
I also remember that case study जब मैं start करती थी, तो I used to just begin like abruptly कि part A part B करके and you start, and you said कि give a context to it, 3-4 लाइन में थोड़ा intro context, and also you told me how to manage my time and space, क्योंकि क्या होता था कि कुछ कुछ questions में 4 सब parts हैं, कुछ question में सिर्फ 2 सब parts हैं, तो लेकिन number of pages I think more or less 4 only they give in every case study. तो you told me कि भाई जहाँ 4 सब पार्ट है वहां नहीं भी लिख रहे हो आप इंट्रो, आप नहीं भी लिख रहे हो स्टेक होल्डर्स, इट्स गुड, बट जहां पे 2 सब पार्ट्स है वहां तो लिखो, बिकॉज स्पेस भी भरना है एंड यू नीड टू मेक योर आंसर लुक थोड़ा लाइक मल्टी डायमेंशनल. सो दिस इज वन थिंग दैट आई डिड दिस ईयर. एंड बाय इंट्रोडक्शन आई मीन ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने पूरा केस स्टडी को वापस से कॉपी करने की कोशिश की, बट आई कैन हाईलाइट द बेसिक इशू दैट इज मेंशन इन द केस स्टडी, एंड देन आई कैन हाईलाइट द स्टेक होल्डर्स. ऑल्सो टॉकिंग अबाउट स्टेक होल्डर्स, तो वहां भी यू मेंशन की इफ यू आर मेंशनिंग, इवन मेंशन द वीकेस्ट मिनिमम इन द चेन, भाई even environment as a stakeholder you can mention, or if they are talking about river pollution, then river as a stakeholder you can mention. I think these are certain things that I inculcated, जिससे वो जो पेज फिलिंग का प्रॉब्लम होता है वो नहीं था इस बार, बिकॉज इट आई थिंक देखो पीपल से कि जो जितना आता है उतना लिख के चले आओ, बट आई ऑल्सो रियलाइज अगर उन्होंने 250 मार्क्स के लिए 3 पेजेस दिए हैं, तो दे आर ऑल्सो एक्सपेक्टिंग यू टू राइट दैट मच, ठीक है.
True, true.
अगर थोड़ा बहुत तो आई दिस हेल्प मी फर्स्ट in filling those pages also, first thing. Second, it also helped me in structuring the answer, like आपने intro दे दिया, stakeholder दे दिया, and then question wise we went. Third thing was I maintained a list of ethical dilemmas. Those were some 30 to 40 dilemmas जिसको मैंने रट लिया था, because so as to make sure कि 6 case study में back to back same ethical dilemma I'm not writing, because when you're writing the same ethical dilemma again and again, this makes your answer look ऐसा लगेगा सारी case study ही आपकी same है. तो दैट आई मेंटेन, जिसकी वजह से एंड मतलब द केस स्टडी लुक्ड थोड़ा डिफरेंट. एंड फोर्थ इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग वाज आई इनकलकेटेड जीएस का भी चीजें. अगर सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट पे है तो आई मेंशन द एक्ट, द पॉश एक्ट.
Right.
अगर एनवायरमेंट पे है तो आई एम मेंशनिंग दोस सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट्स लाइक पॉल्यूटर पे प्रिंसिपल. तो वो चीजें आई मेंशनड सम गुड थिंग्स फ्रॉम देयर आल्सो कि भाई गवर्नमेंट ने क्या स्टेप्स लिए एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो दिस मेड योर कॉपी like not just look completely philosophical, but also substantiated with some relevant facts that is actually happening.
Right. Like even in the case studies, I remember we discussed like how intro should not be just say you discussed the summary based. Even the examiner is done with reading the summary based introductions, right? So we discussed templates ki kuch constitution se pick karo, pick some recent context to it if possible. Agar border management pe hai, to whatever is happening at the borders, pick up something from that and give a recent context to that. So there were some 5-6 templates that we discussed.
That we discussed, yeah.
That sort
मतलब
of
ये होता है ना कि हाँ, तो when you have templates ready, this helps you in management. Like आपने पहले डिसाइड कर लिया 6 टेम्पलेट हैं, 6 केस स्टडी पे कौन कौन सा अलग अलग होना चाहिए, वही कि आपका रेलेवेंस स्टार्ट होगा. एंड सेकंड थिंग, आंसर्स विल बी यूनिक, तो वो जो
right.
रिडंडेंसी आ जाती है, that won't be there in your answers. Yeah.
Even in the ethical dilemmas, I think we divided some 10 themes,
Yeah.
out of which कोई case study नहीं जा रही थी. So,
हाँ.
having that
We
sort
have
of
mentioned that.
ethical dilemmas related to each, say, the ethical issue related to each of those dilemmas really
True.
sort of helps you stand out. So
Yeah.
that was there that you did, I think, something that worked rightly
Yeah,
so in your favor. Yeah.
That's what I've been saying on every platform कि भाई ethics का तो I realized. अच्छा, इस बार मुझे ये भी समझ आया, people say write generic answers, सबको more or less same ही marks मिलते हैं, but last year I wrote generic answers, this year I improvise, and this year score improved. तो मुझे इतना तो पता है कि ये जो myth है कि generic marking हो रही है नहीं हो रही है, people who are writing good answers are being rewarded good marks, to be very honest.
Right.
And ये जो चीजें जो template based approach we went for in all the GS papers, I think that was something that truly helped me manage my time, and I was not in that mind कि भाई इसको कैसे शुरू करना है या इस क्वेश्चन को पे. You already had those
Right.
things prepared, ना, तो that makes the task a lot easier. Yeah.
Right. And I think ethics more than any other subject gives you that scope of, if you're
Yeah,
able to
true.
go from 126 to 141, so it
Yes.
truly shows that every extra thing that you do, every
Did.
extra improvisation that you do in your answers literally does count. So
Yeah, it
really
is rewarded. Yes, yes,
does.
it is rewarded. Yeah.
Nice. Right. So, coming to the timeline
Yeah.
for or strategy for aspirants who will be starting with mains say from July, August onwards, what would you suggest as a way forward to them? How should they go on until December to prepare for mains so as to be ready when the time comes?
Students who are planning to appear next year, that is 2026, for them it is a time कि by this time इनका GS हो गया होना चाहिए, like it should be completed. Optional वगैरह के basic content should be ready, because this is the time when we are memorizing things, we are creating notes, not short notes or one pages, but actually we are creating proper notes, highlighted notes. We are writing enough tests, be it for GS, be it for optional, be it for essay. So these are the 3-4 months I suggest, अगस्त से लेकर दिसंबर तक का टाइम जो मेंस पे ही पूरा फोकस होना चाहिए.
Right.
Target is to compile all of that, so that when we are mains ready and we are done with the basic subjects, so by the month of January they can directly switch to their prelims preparation, and I think that will help them a lot, because उसके बाद उनके पास ये जो background knowledge, that is something I think मैंने personally ये चीज face की. Back to back 3 prelims नहीं हुए थे, but fourth और fifth prelims भी back to back ही हुआ है ना. मुझे I credit the fifth prelims का clearance only because I wrote mains in my third attempt, like in the fourth
Right.
attempt. Mains जब आप एक बार लिखते हो and your mains ready, the peripheral knowledge of other subjects at times help you solve certain question in the prelims itself. मैंने PSIR के knowledge से कुछ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए हैं, मैंने IR गवर्नेंस के knowledge से कुछ क्वेश्चन like I have got them right, जिसको people they call them specifically a main subject.
Right.
So if somebody is main steady by month of December, this is then only I think they will be in a situation or in a position to confidently write their prelims, and also they'll be confident in like clearing mains. वरना prelims और mains के बीच का जो gap है, that's not enough to revise all of that, be it optional, be it GS papers. तो ये एक approach होना चाहिए, like be main steady before you get there.
Basically, the time after prelims and before mains, during mains should be only to sharpen your knife and not
Yes,
learn the
true,
skill
true.
on how to, right? So basically,
Yes.
that is what you did entire 2022 ka until
पूरा वो
December.
जो मैंने, हाँ, until December I was done with my mains, but that is also a time कि क्योंकि मैंने कभी मेंस लिखा नहीं था, so I had no idea. तो अब आप बहुत
Right.
bulky notes बना रहे होते, you are creating such bulky notes, and I did not go through much of the previous year question of mains as well. In this attempt I had the hang of previous year questions, I was like having my notes prepared very properly. So these are certain things that I think nobody tells, but ये बहुत important है, like whenever you are making your mains notes, the previous year question should be there to decide that notes बनेंगे किस डायरेक्शन में. अदरवाइज मेंस के लिए तो इट्स अ नेवर एंडिंग थिंग, आप लिखते रहो जितना भी, एवरीथिंग सीम्स रेलेवेंट, राइट? सो दैट इज
Right.
वन थिंग.
Okay, so rightly, Shakti, I do agree with your what you said that this time until December decides or sort of makes or breaks your attempt, and which is why we're also planning to come up with a crash course sort of on GS4 ethics, where we practice answer writing on lines of PYQs and solving questions that make you get that knack in all the GS subjects, right?
I think like this would be the best time specifically focus on your optional ethics and all of those subjects now that we call them main specific, because ethics एक ऐसी चीज है, you cannot start thinking out of the blue मतलब randomly. आपके पास एक habit होनी चाहिए, practice होनी चाहिए of all of that. So I think if somebody, we have access to such kind of course जहाँ previous year questions are there, जहाँ पे you are like I think this will help students also, the aspirants, streamline their preparation and एक direction होगा, because I know that students who have not written mains till now, they will never know how to approach ethics until somebody with that experience comes and guides them properly. So I think that will help the aspirants.
So, Shakti, now coming to the most trickiest part of UPSC, I believe, and it's been the same for you as well. You were not
Yeah.
able to clear prelims in your initial attempts, and then you finally could manage to clear it in the fourth and your fifth attempt. So, what did you think were the mistakes that you were making in your initial attempts, and what finally worked in the past two attempts?
Thing that I would say that I did not prepare for mains and I sat for writing my prelims. तो पहले चीज तो मुझे, I strongly believe one has to be mains ready before writing the prelims, because UPSC has no such separation of syllabus कि ये mains का है governance, so I'm not going to ask anything in prelims. They can ask all of that under the heading called as current affairs. So I think I was not mean steady before I wrote my prelims. Second thing is that I did not take cue from the previous year questions. They were the most neglected things for me. I thought ये पूछ लिया है तो क्यों दोबारा पूछेंगे was the psychology I had, and I never referred to my like previous year questions. Third thing is that I had so much books. I read so many books. I was the one like history, geography, हर subject के लिए तीन चार चार books I had read, all of them highlighted. So what happened? During the examination, I was unable to revise all of that. तो ये मैंने I think I heard from Sadaf Chaudhary ma'am. She said one thing that make it a mantra in UPSC. What I cannot revise is that something I won't study at all. So I think this is something. Then I started incorporating all of that, and then that helped me clear my prelims in the like later attempts.
So before we end the session, Shakti, since the results have come, do you have like a funny story to tell, like a random DM, a family story, or anything that you want to share?
Okay, so yes, there is something that I would like to share here. Since on my results, I was in Delhi only, so I was not here. So what happened was my family was here waiting for the result desperately. Me there, I was waiting for the results. And there is a rule कि जब result आता है, be it prelims, mains, interview, it is me who will see that first. And I tell them. तो मैंने इनको मना किया हुआ है, don't open the PDFs and wait for my call. ठीक है? So today, this year also what happened is like my siblings, they had joined the Telegram group. They were there waiting for the results. 5 मिनट हो गए थे पीडीएफ आए हुए ग्रुप में बट मेरा कॉल नहीं आया था टिल देन व्हाट हैपेंड देन दे कुडंट ओपन इट बिकॉज सब वेट कर रहे थे कि आई कॉल until my sister she opened the comment section and in comment section she has seen my name all over like Shakti Dubey. Then she screams like why are they writing her name out of the blue kuch bhi. Then she opens and then she saw it was me on first rank. So then they called me I think before I could have checked. मेरे अंदर तो हिम्मत ही नहीं हो रही थी to open the PDF. I was freezed for 5 minutes and was just praying कि भगवान कहीं 300 rank पे 400 rank पे somewhere just be it whatever it is. But this is one like a good moment that I always remember.
Okay, thank you, Shakti. It was pleasure having you here, and such a special session this has been. Um, hoping to see you do great things in the journey ahead. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. This was really a nice conversation and feels great to connect with you every time, initially as a mentor and then as a friend. And you've seen it all from the beginning, once I wrote my mains and I was so scared to getting here till the first time. So thanks a lot. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you.